So, today is day one of a few days in the life of a Muslim. So trying to put it on was probably one of the hardest parts, just because I don't want to be offensive and I don't want to look like I'm doing it for fun, and I just wanted it to be done correctly. If you're gonna do a job, make sure it's done right. You know what I mean? And I just wanted to make sure that it was on right. It was hard to find just clothes that, because it's like really, I don't know, it's like really bulky, so I still haven't kind of figured it out, but I guess the only thing I can do is probably just wear it the way I'm wearing it. The first things that I found trouble with, I would say just getting it on was really hard, and when I first started wearing it, I was wearing it wrong. There's a fancy trick that you do, so it's when it's like this, there's a fancy trick that you do, you just grab it right here and you tuck it in, and it brings it tighter and it stops your hair from coming out. Interesting, right? It makes it look way better. The first few moments I put it on, I found myself being really self-conscious and being really embarrassed. But I feel like it was just because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if anybody was going to treat me differently. But as the day went on, it wasn't as bad as I expected. It was actually pretty entertaining, the things that I saw. A common reaction that I got was a lot of people stared. Like, there were a lot of people that would take double takes. There were just a lot of people that like just could not, they could either like not take their eyes off of me, or it was like there's something, it seemed as if there was something on my face, or there was something like there was something in my teeth. Just people could not stop staring, or it's just the lack of direct eye contact. It was like, are you looking at me, or what's going on? There were a lot of people, it was really interesting that a lot of people didn't really know how to react. There were people that, some people were really nice because they didn't want to be perceived like they're being stereotypical or that they're being racist, so they were like really nice to me. Or there were just some people that avoided making eye contact with me, so that was pretty funny. One girl, I was in the restroom, and one girl even, she did like an awkward bow. Like, I was waiting for my friend in the restroom, and I was like, oh, you can go ahead, like, I'm not in line, you know? And then she was just like, oh, okay. I don't know if it's because I'm Asian or because I'm Muslim. It's the first day, so I haven't encountered anything crazy. And like, I feel like there's a higher population of Muslims in the CSUN community. So I'm interested to see as to what will happen when I go home, that's predominantly Asian, and like Filipinos, Mexicans, and we don't really have any Muslim people. But I think it would be interesting to see what will happen when I go home for Thanksgiving break. When the idea for this experiment/project came to mind, I think my biggest fear was if I was going to be offending anybody. And as I've come to see throughout today, whenever I ran into somebody I knew, whether it was my teacher or my friends, of course I had to explain myself because I'm not usually dressed like this. But everybody was pretty psyched and thought what I'm doing was pretty admirable. Everyone seems really excited to see what my finished project is going to be, and they think that it's a good learning experience. I'm excited to see what's going to happen, and so day one was pretty successful. So I'll see you guys on day number 2. Alright, bye.